Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. Today we are going to be doing the weekly psychic predictions for the week of May 4th through May 11th of 2025. We are going to be doing the weekly psychic predictions, but also an unboxing, and we're going to be using this deck for the weekly psychic predictions. So this week we are using Crystals for Beginners, a deck of 50 crystal cards to heal the body, mind, and spirit by Judy Hall. And it retails for $22. As you can see, I paid $3.99, which I was super excited about. Let's crack, might be easier said than done, crack into this deck. I have some scissors here, hold on. Let's crack into this. We're going to check this out. I do not already own this deck in my personal collection. So when I saw this, especially at that price point, I grabbed it. I was super excited to grab it. That's a tricky box to open. So there is a pamphlet in this box. You know, you don't really need a book if all the information is written on the oracle cards. This talks about the different vibrations of the crystals, the crystal cards, some exercises to use with the deck, a little bit about the author, some layout ideas, etc. So that's there. I am going to put, let's do just the lid. I don't want to mess up my crystal grid that I made. So we are going to go through each and every one of these cards, and there are 50 cards in this deck. They're a nice weight, they're a nice size. Oh, let's look at that. Oh, all the information is written on the back. That's why you don't need a book. Okay, I'm not going to read all the information on the back, but I will show you. So this is Amber. It's the crystal for balance and renewal. If you'd like the information, take a screenshot. Amethyst, all about the crystal for restful sleep. I'll hold it there just a sec in case you want to do a screenshot. Black tourmaline, crystal for protection and defense. I know this is kind of in the way. There we go. And there's that one. Bloodstone, which is the crystal for all around healing. These are nice. Great pictures, great information. Carnelian, the crystal for energetic stimulation. So it's broken down into the life force, the vibration, the mind, the spirit, what it looks like, etc. Clear quartz, the crystal for bringing the body into balance. Oh, granite. You don't normally see that one in a deck. I like that. Granite, crystal for birth, death, and rebirth. Nice. Jade, the crystal for purification and serenity. Kambaba Jasper, the crystal for optimal well-being. Moonstone, if I can get it over here. Moonstone, the crystal for new beginnings. Red Jasper, the crystal for stamina and endurance. Oh, one of my favorites, Shungite, the crystal for blocking geopathic stress. Smoky quartz, the crystal for grounding and anchoring. Turquoise, the crystal for good health. Just want to make sure I have one card here. Unakite, the crystal for recuperation and recovery. Ametrine, a crystal for mental clarity. Cheater, the crystal for letting go of negativity. Yeah, so far I'm liking this deck. I like what I see. Blue calcite, the crystal for clear communication. Blue lace agate, the crystal for peace of mind. Chrysocolla, the crystal for truthfulness and impartiality. Chrysoprase, the crystal for personal insights. Oh, we're gonna get a big old comment here. This is my biggest, come on, Judy Hall, I expected better from you. My biggest negativity I can give to any crystal deck is coming right now. When you are one of the foremost authorities on crystals, like Judy Hall is, why do you put a fake citrine as the picture of citrine? That is a heat-treated amethyst that some shops sell as real citrine. It is not real citrine. This is real citrine, and we're going to be talking about it later. See the difference? This is orange. This is not. That's how you can tell. It has like that bright yellow, that almost neon yellow orange tinge to it. That's how you can tell your citrine is a heat-treated amethyst. Crystal for abundance and prosperity. Like the deck, but I just deducted points. I get on my high horse about that. And, you know, I know there are some shops that sell it as citrine. And, you know, maybe some people are ignorant to the fact that that is a heat-treated amethyst. Judy Hall is not. I'm going to drop it there. Okay. Next one is fluorite. The crystal for objectivity. I didn't even give you the back of that one. I was so upset. There's the back of that one if you want it. Here's the back of the fluorite if you want it. Green aventurine. This is, I might need this right now. Crystal for emotional calm. Well placed, Judy Hall. Lepidolite, the crystal for overcoming dependency. Malachite, the crystal for personal transformation. Ooh, I love this one. Morganite, which is a pink beryl. It's a crystal for emotional fulfillment. I wear morganite a lot. Rhodochrosite, I wear this one a lot too. Rhodochrosite is a crystal for enhancing relationships. Rose quartz, crystal for unconditional love and forgiveness. Sodalite, the crystal for mental integration. Suglite, the crystal for living your truth. Sunstone, crystal for joy and optimism. Tiger's eye, the crystal for depression and low self-esteem. Angelite, the crystal for angelic connection. Apatite, the crystal for spiritual development. Ooh, I love this one too. Apotholite, the crystal for activating the third eye. Aquamarine, the crystal for clairvoyance and enhanced perceptions. Azurite, the crystal for psychic gifts. Banded agate, a crystal for multi-dimensional healing. Black obsidian, a crystal for soul cleansing. Blue kyanite, the crystal for deep meditative states. Celestite, the crystal for reintegrating the soul. Danbrite, the crystal for seeking enlightenment. Dumortierite, the crystal for understanding your soul's journey. Flint, a crystal for rites of passage. Hematite, the crystal for harmonizing mind, body, and spirit. Labradorite, the crystal for esoteric knowledge. Lapis lazuli, the crystal for spiritual guidance. Rutilated quartz, another one of my favorites, which is also angel hair quartz, a crystal for vibrational healing. Oh, last but not least, selenite, a crystal for connecting to the higher realms. Okay, I'm going to give my opinion, which I do readily. I think this is a beautiful deck. I like the pictures. -1. But you know what? I have to say, probably 90 to 95% of the crystal decks out there have a picture of a fake citrine in their deck. So Judy Hall's not alone, but I really did expect better. I like the deck. I find the information to be accurate. I am not Judy Hall. I don't have she's the one that wrote the Crystal Bibles. So that's why I'm on my high horse about this. Do I find this a worthwhile deck? Yes, I do. I do think the information in this is really nice. I do like the layout of the cards. I like how there's that sort of short information on the front, longer information on the back. I like the feel of the cards. I like the picture of the cards. I do find it to be a nice deck. Minus that one. And in all honesty, I have that exact same criticism for every other crystal deck does the exact same thing. Eventually I'm going to be coming out with my crystal deck. I've been very slowly working on it. And mine, yeah, I'm getting off the subject. Okay, let's go back to the weekly psychic predictions because I can get off on a tangent on this. So this is the psychic predictions for the week of May 4th through May 11th, 2025. So let's see what we got. And I want to show you how I do a reading with a deck like this. So we're going to pull a couple cards. Now, it doesn't really matter how I shuffle because you see how I randomly pick cards that I'm going after. And let's take one more. I want this one. But you know what? We're getting two. So let's go with the two. Okay. So let's start telling the story. So for this week, we have Shukite. So Shukite is a stone of living your truths. If you have something that's pointing out that you need to live your truths, it's because you have been hiding what your truths are. You are hiding maybe for self-preservation. But this is also saying, don't forget what your truth really is. When you have the Amber coming forward talking about balance and renewal, it's making sure you are balancing those aspects of you. But Amber is also a very healing on a physical level and an emotional level stone. So you might need to be able to have some healing on that emotional level to help you heal on a physical level, while you recognize what your truths are. You know, they say when you find your truth, it can set you free. But we also have the card of apotholite. And when apotholite comes into a reading, apotholite is connecting you up. This is activating your third eye. This is bringing in your guides, your loved ones, your angels, your spirit guides, your animal spirit guides from the other side. Listen to your dreams this week. Pay attention to that whoosh of energy that is connecting you to the cosmos, because when that answer is whispered in your ear, it is coming from a place of pure innocence that you need to pay attention to so you can live your highest and best good and understand what your truth is. Your truth is that more people are psychic than what they give themselves credit for. Meaning, you have a really good gut instinct. You have that really good understanding. Maybe it's after the fact of like, oh darn, I should have listened to that little voice in my head telling me that. Whether you understand it in the moment or you understand it as an afterthought, you are still living your truth and understanding what that message is. Pay attention to it, because Sodalite is coming in and talking about mental, oh, that's funny, mental integration. So when you're integrating this aspect of your life with that healing aspect of your life so that you can live your truth, that is going to bring you a lot of sort of aha moments this week. The other one that's coming in is appetite. This is hungry for spiritual development, hungry for finding out more information so you can understand your truths. When you are hungry for the information that is out there, you need to pay attention to the messages that are coming in. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. The messages are coming in and they're helping you with that spiritual development and integrating it into your everyday life. But don't worry, because your guides are with you. They're going to protect you. With that message is coming in, don't worry. You always have your guides there to help you. Call them in. Call in your angels this week. Call in your guides. Call in your animal spirit guides. Call them in and ask them to put in a bubble of protection around you. So if this is coming in saying you need your bubble of protection coming in to protect who you really are, please listen and bubble up every day, every night. Put a bubble around your house, put a bubble around your car, put a bubble around yourself, around your children, etc. If that's coming in to say you need more protection, that means might be going sideways this week. And the last card we have for this week is the card of restful sleep with amethyst. Knowing we are protected, we have our guides, our angels, our loved ones around us, hopefully can give us a little bit more peace so we can be who we really are. Interesting week ahead. Crystal that I pulled out, not even paying attention and not even knowing, just intuitively grabbing it, is the stone of natural citrine. Natural citrine is your stone of abundance, financial abundance, etc. It also boosts your mental focus. It helps you to be successful in all aspects of business and money, etc. It is a very successful stone. It helps you to learn to laugh at the little things in life. You know, when we're so focused on making the next buck, we forget to sit back, relax, and understand what is happening in the world around us. Stopping and smelling the roses, appreciating the small things in life. Natural citrine also is going to boost your spiritual power and abilities. I am a huge fan of natural citrine. I keep a lot of it on my person, around my desk. It is a stone to carry on the left hand side. Keep it on your left hand pocket. Wear a natural citrine on your left hand. If you're going to wear earrings, it doesn't matter. Most jewelry that's out there, if it's currently being sold as citrine, it is heat treated amethyst. But as a side note, heat treated amethyst gives you the ability to say no. Still a very important aspect, but it is not for financial abundance. Very, very different. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Check out my website, elementalenergieswithchrisanne.com. I have a lot of crystals for sale, a lot of decks for sale. I don't have this deck for sale, but I do have decks for sale, and my deck is available for pre-order. So please check that out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.